LA plus full reaction to Famous Jameis versus Killer Cam on Thursday Night Football. That's tomorrow right here. First Take. We have breaking news that Sam Darnold will miss multiple weeks, including the Jets' Monday Night Football date with the Browns because of mononucleosis. Coach Adam Gase hinted Darnold will not return until Week 5 when New York faces the Eagles. In more bad news for Gang Green, Adam Schefter tweeted recently that Le'Veon Bell will have an MRI on his shoulder after the Browns this week. The Jets have to travel to Foxborough to face the Pats.
Before they got the news about Darnold. This is the funniest thing to me about the Jets, and I'm a Giants fan. In New York, Yankees fans laugh at Mets fans, and they're usually also Giants fans who also laugh at Jets fans, the same thing. And you can count me among the Giants, Yankees fans who laugh at the Jets and Mets fans. Yeah. The season's over before it starts. This is one of the reasons, like when Patriots fans beat their chest, they have a reason to be proud, the greatest dynasty ever in the NFL. But they always have a bye in the first round. And then they're facing a home playoff game, one win. They're in the AFC Championship game because they're in the AFC East. It's the most atrocious division in my lifetime in the NFL because other than New England, there's never a quarterback there. Sam Darnold looked like a guy who might eventually be a good quarterback. He's precocious the way Lamar Jackson was, although as it turns out, not as good. But going into this season, it's not like you looked at the Jets and thought, they're going to give New England some run. And now they also don't even have that quarterback who, truth be told, it was really still a developmental year. The season was over before this happened. Right now, it is a wrap.
I will say this. If you're saying it, listen, of course it was a wrap before the season even began because they're in the same division as the Patriots. I got that. But I will say this. Who's their backup? Trevor Siemian?
Yes.
Is that it?
Yep.
What is it? 13 and 11 as a starter. Completes about 59% of his passes. Not a bona fide scrub.
He's an NFL player.
He's an NFL player. The reason why I bring that up is because what are we really talking about here? You know, you look at the Jets, you got the Bills and the Miami Dolphins on your schedule. So if your defense are those dudes, you shouldn't have lost to the Bills last week.
Oh, my God. Look at the schedule. Sorry, Stephen A. I wasn't trying to interrupt you, but this is so bad.
It's bad. It's bad. It's very, very bad because you got the Patriots, you got the Eagles, the Cowboys, then the Patriots
Is
again.
Nick Foles going to be back by week 8?
So you're talking about 4 of your next 5 games. That's pretty much a wrap. So the chances are the Jets are going to be 1-5 or 1-6 heading into week 8. Okay, because they got a bye week in the mix there. So for all intents and purposes, it's over. But I still want to see your defense. I want to see what they've got. Because offensively, they didn't have much anyway. That's why we put so much stock in Le'Veon Bell. Who do they have?
I hope Le'Veon Bell can throw.
Foles is out till week 11. I'm wrong on that.
Yeah, Foles is out till week 11. At least. Go ahead.
It's bad. Yeah. It's really bad.
You're a former Jet, too. I always forget
about
that.
It's bad. Like, it's just like, why does this stuff keep happening? It seems like there's something always, like they just can't prosper. Like what? Your quarterback gets mono? Like,
well, he skipped 6 period and played spin the bottle.
Oh
He's only
God.
21. What are we talking about here? Mono.
I feel bad for him, and they got Le'Veon Bell and stuff. Yeah, I really do. I feel bad.
I will say this again. You know, see, to me, Adam Gase should have never been the head coach to begin with. And to me...
Why? You like the press conference so much.
Yeah, he looked high. I said it. I'll be damned. He looked high. Y'all go back and watch that press conference. I swear he should have been drug tested immediately after that press conference. I'm trying to tell you something right now. He should have been drug tested. He really, really should have. I don't know. I have no evidence. All I know is what I saw.
What did it look like, though?
And
Just remind me what it looked like.
Look, man. Girl, I'm from Hollis, Queens, New York City. You understand? I know high when I see high.
But
now, I don't know this for a fact.
It was like a bug
I don't know this for a fact.
This is a different kind of high that I'm not used to seeing.
All I'm saying to you, you know, he cool with Ryan Clark. He starts laughing immediately every time I bring it up. Adam Gase looked high. I don't know what he was, but I know he looked. So I'm saying that.
The head coach shows up looking high. The quarterback has mononucleosis.
Sun's up. Let me connect the damn dots. All I'm trying to say, I'm not going to get on Sam Darnold, though, because I like him, and you know what happens. But in the end, Adam Gase gets a pass because if you don't have much on offense to begin with, and you lose your second-year quarterback, who's your franchise quarterback, you have an excuse to lose. So this dude that I believe, no disrespect, but I don't believe he did that great of a job in Miami. He missed the playoffs 2 of the last 3 years, 2 of the 3 years he was there. I don't know why they brought him on board. You didn't do much in the AFC East before you got to New York. Why the hell would you keep him in the AFC East instead of hiring a different coach?
The way the Miami Dolphins look week 1, he looks like Vince Lombardi right now.
You can say that, but the bottom line is they tearing it down. I'm looking at Adam Gase, and I'm like, he's got to pass because who the hell expects anything from the New York Jets, especially now?
All right, we're going to move on. Really quick, Damien. I'm just curious. Do you think Darnold will be better in the end, Damien, or Allen?
Say it again?
You think Darnold will be better in the end, or Allen? I'm just thinking about that division when Brady actually does retire.
I think Darnold will look better.
Okay,
I think when it's all said and done.
Darnold, I think, has a chance to be a good quarterback for a long time. I don't know about a great one, but a good quarterback for a long time.
Former Heisman Trophy winners Kyler Murray and Lamar Jackson square off in Week 2. Jackson confident coming off a perfect passer rating Week 1 after throwing 5 TDs in the win.
After that Week 1 performance, people are talking about MVP. There's all this buzz about you and MVP. How do you take that talk?
I don't really listen to stuff like that. Just a week prior to that, they were just saying running backs.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna play ball, man. Just come out with victories. That's all.
So after that Week 1 performance, what do you do for an encore now?
Come back, grind it out, practice, get ready for Arizona, try to put on the show for Sunday.
All right, he's in a division with Big Ben, Baker Mayfield, Andy Dalton. What chance do you give Lamar Jackson of being the best quarterback in the AFC North this season, Damien? It's a hard question.
I don't know if I'm not willing to go there.
Okay.
I'm not. I think that. Do I think he's going to make a jump this year? Yes, I do think he's going to make the jump because of experience. I think John Harbaugh is a hell of a coach who's put the personnel and designed a system to cater to Lamar Jackson and put him in the best position to succeed. But, I mean, listen, we're still talking about Big Ben Roethlisberger in the division. I mean, a guy who's going to walk into the Hall of Fame. You got Baker Mayfield, and although it was ugly for Cleveland Week 1 to get blown out by 30 points against the Tennessee Titans, make no mistake about it. Baker Mayfield is still a good quarterback with a lot of weapons around him. So for me to say Lamar Jackson, the best quarterback in the AFC North, no, I'm not going there right now.
Let me tell you how I think I can make you rethink that. Lamar Jackson went against the Miami Dolphins. We understand what that is. But I would ask you to look at the rest of the AFC North. In Cincinnati, you have a new coach in Zach Taylor. A.J. Green has been out. We don't know when he's going to be back as of yet. That's a big loss for them. That's number one. Number two, Cleveland's got the bullseye on them because all of that chirping in the offseason, commercials and all the attention that they're getting, and everybody in the NFL is talking about how these young brothers have been crowned. Second-year quarterback, first-year head coach, what the hell have you done? You got a target on your back, so there's additional pressure in that regard. We'll see how they respond to it. And in the case of the Pittsburgh Steelers, while there is no question that Ben Roethlisberger is the best quarterback in the division, think about whether or not he's going to have the best year. Juju Smith-Schuster, first time as a number 1. James Washington, first time as a number 2. Vance McDonald, first time as a number 1 as your tight end. James Conner, well, we know what you got now. We know what you're capable of now. We watched you. We got film from last year when Le'Veon Bell sat out. What you going to do this year? First time we saw him, 10 carries, 21 yards against New England, albeit. The point that I'm trying to make is that when you look at all of these roadblocks to prosperity for each of those teams, over the long haul or looking at a cumulative resume, of course Lamar Jackson doesn't measure up. But for the purposes of this season, with what everybody is working against within the division, I think it's something to consider.
So basically what you're saying is you think that not necessarily Lamar Jackson, but you think the Baltimore Ravens could be the best team in the AFC North? Because that's what I'm deducting. That's what I'm taking away from what you're saying.
But I'm also looking at Hollywood Brown, a speedster who showed out.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Andrews, who had a good game. And I'm looking at Mark Ingram, who they acquired. And then he run the ball effectively. So you're insulated.
It's impossible, really, to truly separate them out from their circumstances. Their coaching, what's around them. I think Lamar Jackson has a shockingly, to me, good chance to be the best quarterback in the division this year, and that's saying something. Roethlisberger's great. I believe in Baker Mayfield, even though he had an ugly week 1. And Andy Dalton looked excellent week 1.
Yes, he did.
He looked.
Yes,
to me, that might have been the biggest under-the-radar story, is how, because they lost, but how good Andy Dalton looked. And yet, Lamar Jackson throwing it on first down. They load up against the run. He throws it.
I'm rooting for him.
If he is accurate on first down, what do you do now? Because if you don't load up against the run, are we forgetting that he ran a 4.34 40? Yeah. Good luck with that, everybody. Inevitably, the answer to this question will come down to the league will adjust to what the Ravens are doing. And now, if coach and quarterback has enough of a plan B that they can make another adjustment, I think there's a hell of a chance by the end of the season we say that Lamar Jackson, 22 years old, is the best quarterback in the division. I cannot believe I'm saying that. But look at week 1.
Yeah. I'll tell you what else they're going to try to do to them, too. I think you're going to see people, first of all, they ain't going to stack the box. What they're going to do is they're going to go back in coverage, and they're going to actually want Lamar Jackson to run.
Careful what you wish for.
Just so they could put a hat on him. Hoping that he won't listen to Aaron Rodgers and get down. Hoping he'll stay up and try to make something happen. When all else, that's why I'm mindful of dudes who chirp in the sport of football. Because football, you don't have to be the most talented. If you could cave somebody's chest in, take the breath out of them, make them feel lifeless because of one hit, it changes things.
So really,
changes.
So the message to Lamar is get down.
That's what Aaron Rodgers told him.
All right, Jameis Winston and the Bucs head to Carolina tonight for Thursday Night Football. The former #1 pick has lost his last 12 road starts and last 5 starts overall. Max will, not Stephen A. Will Jameis still salvage his career?
I don't think so. Not as a franchise quarterback. Maybe he'll stick around as a quarterback, but I think after this year he is not a franchise quarterback. I think they're going to get killed tonight. And I'm not a believer in Jameis Winston. I've seen enough now. I think he has a good chance to be a bust at #1 overall.
Model of inconsistency cannot be trusted. Period. He was turning the ball over in college when he was playing at Florida State. He's turning over the ball now. 3 interceptions week 1 with Bruce Arians as his coach. I think this is it for Jameis Winston. I'm not saying he won't be in the NFL, but he's certainly not a star quarterback.
I think this might be it for James. I think this might be it for Jameis Winston. A zebra doesn't change his stripes. He's been the type of guy that's turnover prone since college.
Yep.
But I will say this though, in Jameis Winston's defense, the Bucs since he's been there have not done a good job of helping him out, particularly running the football. This is a guy that is second only to Aaron Rodgers in passing frequency. Second to Aaron Rodgers. You're asking a young quarterback to put everything on his shoulders without helping him with the running game.
See you tomorrow, guys.